This lesson is going to be on probability, and probability, simply put, is the likelihood of an event or something occurring. So probability has a formula, and the formula is simply what you're seeing on screen right here. So let's just go over this real quickly so you have an understanding of what we're talking about. The numerator of that fraction is going to be the number of possible outcomes, and the denominator is going to be the total possible outcomes. Now, that may not mean a whole lot for you, so let's put it in context by completing an example here. Let's say we have a bag of marbles, and inside of that bag there are 5 red marbles, 2 green marbles, and let's say we have 3 blue marbles. So we stick a hand in the bag and we pull out 1 marble. What is the probability that that marble is going to be red? So to illustrate what the terminology is in probability, I'm going to show you how we write this down. The question at hand is, what's the probability of red? And you would show that by writing P red. So anyone who's looking at this would know, find the probability of choosing a red marble from this bag. Okay, so based on our definition and formula for finding probability, this should not be too bad. So number of possible outcomes. How many red marbles do we have in the bag? We have 5 marbles. What is the total possible outcome? How many marbles do we have in total? 5 plus 2 plus 3 gives us a grand total of 10 marbles. So it'll be 5 over 10. And of course, you always write probability in simplest form. So this is going to be 1/2. Now let's pause here for a minute and talk about how to write the answer for probability. I want you to know that probability can be a number between 0 and 1. It's never going to be less than 0, neither will it ever be more than 1. And you can represent the answer as a fraction, like you see here. We have 1/2 as our answer. You could even write it as a decimal, or you could even write it as a percent. So the numbers are going to be from 0 to 1, or as a percent, it's going to be from 0% to 100%. You probably have heard someone on the local weather channel saying that there's a 40% chance of rain. That's because they've calculated the probability and seen that there's 0.4 chance of rain. So for this probability of red, we could have very easily written it as 0.5, or we could have easily written it as there's a 50% chance of us picking a red marble. And that makes sense because if we have a total of 10 marbles and half of them are red, well, that should be a 50% chance of picking a red marble. So let's do one more here just to drive this point home. What if you wanted to know the probability of picking a green marble? So this would be probability of choosing a green marble. So favorable outcome, well, there are 2 green over possible 10. This fraction simplifies to 1/5, or we could write it as a decimal, which is 0.2, or we could write it as a percent, which is 20%. And that's the introduction to probability. Next, we'll talk about 2 really important terms in probability that you could see on the SAT or the ACT. See you in the next lesson.